Hey everybody, how's it going? A happy Monday to everybody. Hope everybody out there had a great weekend. Still fighting a freaking cold. It's killing me. But I'm still out here trying to push that content out for you guys. So I hope you appreciate that and are here with me and give me a little bit of time here. It's they're not coming out as prompt as what they should, but look for that to improve next week because this is just been an inconvenience, but it's part of life. Today I'm just gonna go in on this episode and speak on the preview for tonight's Monday night game. I will obviously go into more depth with the other games in an additional episode, but I look to push this one out for you guys and have it released here soon, right before kickoff to the Monday night game, and then I'll be working hard on getting the next episode out for you guys, and it'll be the wrap up for the rest of the week here of week 5, and it's look for a lot because there's a lot that happened this weekend, and I got plenty to talk about. But first things first, we're just going to go into the game at hand tonight. It's it should be a good one. It's the 2-2 Browns taking on the 3-0 49ers. The 49ers are 4.5 point favorites in this game. This just looks to be a huge test for both teams. I think that San Francisco is kind of getting caught in this trap of just not playing elite competition so far. And it's fair to say, with 2 of their 3 big wins coming against teams that only have one win between the 2 of them, with that being Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, and then having the kind of ugly game to start the season with Tampa Bay. But make no mistake, this is a serious team. This team is has done really well. Been a very defensive heavy team. Played extremely well on that side of the ball. It's been able to run the ball very well. Garoppolo kind of started the season off a little shaky, but I think he's starting to come back into his form now and knocked a lot of that rust off. And then the same can be said for Cleveland. Cleveland came in not looking too sharp, especially in their first game. Cleaned it up, was within, a touchdown against the Rams and had an opportunity there late in that game to tie it up. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Then come off a dominating performance against the Ravens on the road, in which they were just able to just thoroughly embarrass and throttle Baltimore. So we're kind of getting an idea that this is probably the Cleveland team that everybody was expecting to see, and who's somewhat now living up to their preseason expectations. So with that being said, calling this game, it's really tough. It really, really is. Given the events of everybody falling like flies as far as the undefeateds go this past weekend, I still like San Francisco in this game. I really do. With having an extra week to prepare for this game and it being at home, they might be rusty, and this is where Cleveland can come out and hope to take an early lead and just take advantage of that, because most teams don't come out real fresh, coming off a bye week, and it's a long time away from playing football, whereas Cleveland was just 8 days removed from playing football, as opposed to more or less 2 weeks for San Francisco. But I like the way that San Francisco is able to kind of control the ball, run the ball really well. I think it will be a very good game. Defensively, both teams are going to bring pressure. I like to see how Baker is able to deal with a lot of that pressure, because he got it somewhat in the Baltimore game, but led heavily on the run game with Nick Chubb, which is something that they definitely need to continue to do. I think he can bail Baker out of a lot of bad situations, and he's just, he's been a man possessed running the ball so far this season when he's had opportunities. So if they can have a good balanced attack with him and not ask Baker to do too much, because something this 49ers defense is also good at doing, that's create turnovers. They're very, very good in that aspect. And they'll force him to make some bad throws and put him in a lot of bad situations. But I think overall this is a great matchup for both teams. It's probably going to be one of the most competitive games we've had this week, let alone on Monday night for this Monday night schedule so far this season. So look for a great game. I know I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, it's really tough to pick. 4.5. I think they kind of just put that all on the fact that it's a home game, and I think that's pretty fair at 4.5. Given it's against a undefeated team, but like I said, I'm taking San Francisco in this game just based on the fact that I just think that they are for real and they are a good team, and it's not like Cleveland's going to Chicago. They're going all the way out west, and we see teams struggle with it. Depending on the direction. If San Fran was coming here to the East Coast and playing, it'd be a completely different story. And I think Cleveland would be favored in this game. Given it's a home game for San Francisco, I really like them in this game. And then you can't take anything away from what Cleveland's been able to do with their opportunities in prime time. There's another team in Ohio that really hasn't lived up to its expectations whatsoever whenever the bright lights are on them in prime time, and Cleveland's not the team. Cleveland has played well in each of these new primetime games these past couple seasons when they've been given the opportunity. I mean, heck, last year their first win came on primetime. So I don't think the stage is too big for them. I just think that the 49ers will come out focused and ready to go, and I look for a great, tough, physical game, but I see the 49ers pulling it off in the end. And that about wraps that up. So thanks for listening. Like I said, guys, I will be working hard on this episode tonight, and hopefully you guys enjoy this one, and you will enjoy the one coming up as well. But this is just a short sample of what's to come later on tonight. But look forward to a good game and talking to you guys in a couple more hours. See ya.